There's a war in the Ninjago community. Yeah, it definitely isn't as warlike and as dramatic as I made it sound there, but I think you get the point. That war is between two very different Ninjago animation styles. Today I am going to be going over both of them, going over their strengths and their weaknesses, and I'm going to be attempting to bring an end to this so-called animation war. Without wasting any further time with this intro, let's get started with today's video. So you have Will-Film, more specifically the Oni trilogy animation that everyone just seems to love, and then there's WildBrain, another incredible animation studio that gets hate for seemingly no real reason. I guess because it's new Ninjago and a lot of people hate it for whatever reason. At a first glance or so, you can immediately tell that these two animation styles are very different. For example, the Will-Film animation is much stronger when it comes to, let's say, Ninjago City. There's no denying that the animation of the city in the Oni trilogy is far superior to, say, the Ninjago city design in Prime Empire. Will-Film also has phenomenal Spinjitzu animation in my opinion. Yes, even the ball Spinjitzu design is one of my favourites. It just looks incredible. With WildBrain, yeah, it isn't quite as good. With WildBrain, however, they definitely focus a lot more on fine details, which I personally love. For example, the ninjas' hair, their suits, all of it. It just has a lot of fine detail that wasn't quite present with the previous animation studios. I mean, just compare the ninja in the WildBrain animation to the Will-Film animation. There is a very clear difference there, and I strongly believe that the WildBrain animation is far superior when it does come to this. But, for their downsides, well, I did mention previously that the WildBrain Spinjitzu design isn't quite as great. That's not me saying that it's bad in any way, because that would simply just be wrong. But I wouldn't say it's quite on the level as Will-Film. Another major downside is the design of Ninjago City. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? It's just really grey, dull, boring, bland, whatever you really want to call it. It simply just doesn't look good, and I know a lot of people have an issue with that. Circling back to Will-Film for another slight negative, the shininess of some shots is weirdly off-putting. It makes the characters look way too plasticky, if you get what I'm saying. Now, yes, of course these are Lego people made out of plastic, but in the Ninjago show, it just doesn't exactly match up well at all. So listen, with all of this being said and done, I propose that this said war, again, if you even want to call it that, it's very, very overdramatic, of which Ninjago animation is superior should simply stop. It's evident they both have their own plus sides and downsides. At the end of the day, it comes down solely to your own very personal opinion. We just don't need to choose between which one is objectively better, and on that note, I think we are just about done with today's video. Please be sure to drop your own opinions on all of this down below in the comment section. I would love to hear some new, fresh thoughts on all of this. If you did enjoy today's video, then do feel free to drop a like on it. For a lot more content just like this, then please also consider subscribing to the channel with the notification bell turned on. With all of this finally being said, I will see you all in my next one.